Guys, my name is Ron Gielok. I'm part of the MMT team here at My Lead System Pro. I'm an L5 leader, one of the trainers and speakers in our community. I've been a member here since, since 2009. And I have the amazing privilege and honor to be a trainer and presenter today. And I'm really excited. I'm always pumped to speak with you guys, but I'm really excited because I'm going to talk to you about how to start your own coaching business. For some of you, this will be a complete life-changing experience, life-changing webinar today. I was really debating if I was going to be teaching this or training this because this is just, I'm really giving you everything that you need from A to Z on how to start this business today. And I was debating about whether or not to present this because I really could charge thousands of dollars, if not more. And I have some of my one-on-one clients, pay me quite a bit to teach them how to start a coaching business. And I'm going to kind of give you the crash course version of this today. So we'll go ahead and dive in. I'm just going to turn the chat off for a minute so you guys can focus. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's begin. So guys, here's what to expect today is I'm going to show you the #1 fastest way to create high ticket sales, how to get your first coaching client. If you've never done coaching before, you've never had any of your own clients, I'm going to show you how to get your very first one. And I'm also going to show you how to use webinars to gain multiple coaching clients. This is like one of my secret weapons, and I think you're going to love it here. And also, we're going to talk about when are you ready to actually start coaching and start this business. I'll tell you right now, this webinar is not going to be for everybody today. It really isn't. So we're going to talk about that as well. And I want to preface this by saying when I say that this webinar is not really for everyone today, it's because coaching is really like some high value stuff that you can deliver, and it's extremely profitable. But why should you even listen to me if you're new to our community, or maybe you haven't seen me train or speak before? I want to say welcome and just hi. Thank you for investing your time with us today. Some of the things that have happened in my life and experience that I can speak from, I'm going to share with you. One of the promises I've made to this community and to anybody who follows any of my trainings is that I'm not going to personally teach, train, or share something that I haven't learned and experienced and implemented for myself. I always just want to carry that same level of integrity with the things that I'm coaching, teaching, and training on as well. So one of the businesses I own is called Christ-Centered Coaching, where we help Christian entrepreneurs find really pursue their passion and create an online presence and build their business online. I've been doing that for a couple years now. I've helped many entrepreneurs create 6-figure businesses and high producing income stream as well. As I mentioned before, MLSP, one of MLSP's few L5 leaders and part of the master marketing team. I've also been in home business and network marketing since 2009, and I've been a top recruiter and a top salesperson in multiple companies and have been a top 10 recruiter in one company before. I'm also a licensed minister. I've been a licensed minister for a couple years as well, and I constantly integrate the Bible and the message of Jesus in a lot of my trainings and coachings and marketing training. It's kind of difficult for me to separate it at this point, but I'm not going to be pushing you that view or religion on you today. Just letting you know some of my credentials here. I'm also a certified partner with Infusionsoft, and I held a lot of other certifications in online marketing in different areas as well. I'm also a member of the American Association of Christian Counselors. That's a newer membership for me. And these are just some things to kind of not really like toot my own horn, but just kind of represent that this experience, this training that I'm giving you today is not you know, coming out of nowhere. I'm making this stuff up. You know, and I started coaching a few years ago, and it kind of just started happening naturally for me. What really started taking place is I was having great results and success in network marketing and online marketing, and then people started approaching me, asking me like, "Hey, can you teach me what you're doing? Can you show me what you're doing? Do you do coaching?" And I was just like, yeah, I do coaching. And so the first time someone asked me to coach them, I just said yes. And that's kind of how I started into this. I think that was actually like 3 years ago. And then 2 years ago, I started the business formally, doing Christ-centered coaching and online marketing and doing that. But guys, I want to show you that you can really leverage coaching inside of your network marketing business, and you can use it here inside of, if you're, you know, this presentation today is primarily for online marketers. And if a lot of you guys are using the system that I promote and recommend, My Lead System Pro, you know, you can leverage coaching and offer that as bonuses or incentives to get more people into the organization, into the company, and build your affiliate income. You know, and they're just great testimonials as well. And just pay attention to this, because this is something I'm going to be doing throughout. I give you some testimonials here. I show you an example of some of the stuff, messages that I've got. Pay attention to why I'm doing that. It's going to make more sense at the end of this webinar. But first, I want to ask you this question. Maybe you're asking yourself, is coaching right for your business? How do we know that this could be something that is a great income stream for you, or something you should even do? Well, it's my personal opinion that that coaching is the fastest way to produce high ticket income. And I want to kind of share some pros and cons from the experience I've had over the past few years of having a coaching business. The pros, first of all, it's very high income. You know, I've seen coaching packages at events in our industry, you know, sell for very high 5- and 6-figure amounts. Here at My Lead System Pro, you know, we have our own team of certified coaches that you can actually work with, and at some point, as you produce and you kind of prove yourself, I'm sure they're going to be opening the doors a little bit more to expand that arm of their business and bring on some more certified coaches as well. But some more pros is I like coaching because you're really working with serious people. You're working with the serious players that are willing to spend money to kind of cut down the learning curve and get results faster. Coaching is for people who are in action already. It's kind of hard to coach people who aren't taking action. It's more like counseling. That's not where you want to be. Coaching is helping people who are already in action and who are moving around, movers and shakers. So people who hire coaches, you know, are usually already seeing some results, and they want to get faster. They want to experience some light, some clarity in the blind spots that they may have. So I like working with very serious and highly motivated people, as opposed to, you know, a lot of times in home business or network marketing, your team members, it can be like pulling teeth at times, trying to get them to do something, or even pick up the phone and call the next person in their team, or teammate, let alone prospect. So very serious people, I love it. And with coaching, you're truly helping people grow into their greatest potential. A lot of times people hire me for, you know, online marketing and business coaching, and a lot of it turns into life coaching or mindset coaching, or I'm sharing a lot of the gospel with them, and that is all that stuff does help you unlock your true potential and step into greater levels of of business and success and all that kind of stuff. So coaching, you're helping people on a variety of levels. Sometimes it's personal, spiritual, emotional, as well as business and physical too. I've told some clients like, hey, you just got to start going to the gym again. And they're like, yeah, you're right. So again, I think I said this one before, fastest way to get results is hire a coach, because they're going to give you the path of least resistance. And I believe if you have some experience, some results, you can help people get those same results faster than you even did. And the pros is that you can leverage this kind of income, and it can be groups or one-on-one. So it's a leveraged income stream, which I like too. The cons is that, you know, depending on how many clients you want to have, it is a very high use of your personal time. Money, you can always make more of. Time, you cannot, right? Time is a precious resource. So you want to be considering that, thinking that, you know, a certain level of income is going to produce all the time freedom in the world for you. Well, it's not necessarily going to do that unless you really leverage it, where you're doing some kind of group program that way, right? Results and client performance you can't control. I'll tell you, a lot of people don't like what they do for a living, and every job has its own frustrations and setbacks, but there's nothing more frustrating for me than coaching someone who is not taking action or not doing the things that they say that they're going to do. And you can't control other people's results, or you can't control what they do and what they don't do or what they say. You have to kind of like relinquish that. So you can only help people as much as they're willing to help themselves. So that can be frustrating at times and create a bad experience for you if you're still, taking a monthly fee for coaching and then they're not getting results. It almost feels out of integrity, but really the onus is on the client. And part of that is like saying like, hey, I'm committed to you and helping you, even if I don't like you. So you have to kind of screen that during the interview process of taking some people on. And then the cons is a lot of bad coaches exist. There's a lot of people who have branded themselves online as a coach who don't have experience, who don't have results or any credibility or any of those kind of things. And we'll talk more about that as I kind of share with you how do you know coaching is right for you. But bad coaches kind of cheapen the experience for others. Now, you want to have an abundance mindset and know that there are good coaches out there that you can hire, or that you can become. And I think some of the best ones have been there, done that, and coached from experience and real world stuff. So when can you coach, right? So let's talk about this. This is some questions to really ask yourself. And, the biggest kind of meter here is, am I doing this to really help people? Or am I doing this because I just want more money? If it's because you just want more money, there's tons of ways to make money online. Coaching may not be the right fit for you. But I want to ask you this question. What results have you created? Are you great at generating leads? Have you built a network marketing company? Are you good at personal branding? Maybe you're like you've just gone to town with MLSP sites and WordPress, and you're like Mr. Awesome WordPress person, or you're good at making capture pages with the funnelizer. Think about some of the things that you have that you're good at, okay? Then think about, what do you know that others want or need, right? I'm asking you that because you can really create a coaching business around anything, right? We usually just kind of think like sports, and then we think like business or life coaching, right? But the reality is you can do coaching in so many different things: online marketing, sports, health, nutrition. I've hired an herbalist right now who's kind of like my nutrition, my herbal coach for me to kind of get healthy. You have all kinds of medical people that are coaches. You can have relationships coach, dating coach, all that kind of stuff. So think about, what do you know that others want or need? Right? And here's the deal. If you can teach something. We have a concept here we talk a lot about at Career Center Coaching, and you've heard it here in the My Lead System Pro community as well, is invest, learn, teach, right? So what have you invested in or learned and gotten a result or an experience with that you can now turn around and teach that to somebody? You invested it, you learned it, you implemented, you got some results, and can you teach that to other people now? So knowing what you know now in that given area, right? What results have you had? What do you know that others would want or need? Okay, those are lining up. Now in that same area, like let's say you're just awesome at making capture pages and doing online marketing stuff. Would you coach you? If you had to learn this topic again that you're considering coaching on, or the area that you want to go into, would you be happy if you could hire yourself? You go back in time to learn this stuff again. Would you hire you, knowing what you know now? Okay. If the answer is yes, that's a great indication that this is going to be a good thing for you. If not, then I recommend spending a little more time in your craft or your area before you start going into coaching. Right? And the biggest thing here is, like, can you duplicate what you have done for somebody else? A lot of coaching is also teaching and seeing what isn't being said. And then I think one of the things that is really powerful about having a good coach is that they have failed, right? Not necessarily that they have had a lot of success, because most people who have success have also failed a lot. So how hard have you failed? Right? If it's just been like smooth sailing the entire time for you, that may be an indication that coaching is also not a fit for you, because people who would hire you are usually struggling or stuck or encountering some level of failure. And unless you have been there before, you may not know exactly how to help them break free of that or move on to the next level, right? And this is a big one too. Have you hired a coach? Are you working with a My Lead System Pro coach? Are you working with one of the coaches on my team, or you have somebody else, right? How can you coach others if you have never been coached? It seems so crazy. That's upside down, right? That's the really key one. Have you hired a coach? If you haven't, I want you to go to your back office and request a time with one of MLSP's certified coaches and look into that. It's really crucial. You want to have that experience so you can also learn and know how to do this for others. Okay. So also I'm really big on, you have to have results, right? And not only results for you, but results for some of your clients. These are some of the things that I've been able to produce. I've been #1 in a lot of categories, not at the moment, but a lot of #1 and top 3, top 4 in production inside of My Lead System Pro. These are active members, not leads. Leads, I've been up there too many times, but these are active members, #1 in a few places. And then, in my own network marketing company, there I am #9, been top salesperson there. And then here's a couple of screenshots too of some of my other people that I've worked with and helping them get results as well. People getting leads, people getting 16 different phone numbers for prospects that they're going. So I share you that stuff for a reason. Remember, we'll talk about this more at the end of the webinar. Why am I showing you these results? Okay. So here's the thing. Coaching focuses on helping others. Maybe that's obvious. But really what your job or what your role is in this business is to reveal some of the roadblocks and help people overcome the problems that they're having. And unless you have encountered some of those roadblocks and problems yourself, it's kind of hard to know how to move past them. It's like giving somebody directions when you've never been there before, right? You can't do that. I had a joke. I have a joke that's like, oh, I'm such a nice guy. I give people directions even when I don't know how to get there. Okay, that's kind of cheesy, but you get the idea. You want to be able to pull out answers and solutions from people as well. And when it's different telling people what to do, like I can tell you what you should do, or I can ask you some questions to help you come to that same realization and that allow you to think that the idea was yourself and it came out of you. And the person is going to own that a lot more rather than me telling them what to do, because the number one person that we listen to the most is ourselves, right? Everyone's favorite person is themselves. So coaching also shows people the correct path to take. If you've failed before, then you know some of the wrong paths to take and can spare people those pains, right? And what I really love about this business model is that I believe it is the highest impact that you can have on people, is your personal time, your personal presence. We can make a lot of like information products and courses, and those are great too, but coaching, I think, is unique, is that it's a people-to-people business. You can see and hear some of the things that aren't necessarily being said. Some people are gifted with wisdom and discernment and can see those things in people, and it's really these conversations that pull out other people's greatness, purpose, passions, callings, and gifting. So if you're in this business, you're in this industry to really impact people and change lives, coaching, I think, is the best way that I've learned up until this point to do that. So here's kind of the enrollment process. If you're taking notes or taking screenshots, this is one you want to do. And I'm going to show you and walk you through each one of these things. But this is basically the process that I bring people to. It's very bare bones and it's very simple. You don't really need much more. You can get fancier, but I want to keep this so brain dead simple that you guys can start doing this week and maybe have a coaching client by the end of next week or in a few days. Right? So number one is you want to acquire the coaching lead. I'll show you how I do that. Then you're going to schedule an interview to have with them. Number three, you're going to close and send them a link to purchase your coaching package. I use PayPal. You can use something else if you like, but I'll show you how I set that up. And then number four, you start on the fulfillment process. Send them a welcome email and schedule their first session. Okay, so let's kind of walk through that. So some tools to enroll your first client is really, application. So I use surveymonkey.com to make that application. And I have an example, and just understand me, this is for example purposes only. I just want to show you this. I'm not like soliciting you for coaching. That would be like total out of integrity move right now in this training. So that's not what I'm doing, but I'm just showing you an example here. All right, so let me share my screen with one of the apps here. By the way, guys, are you getting value today? Let me see in the chat what's going on. Is this helpful for you? Are you getting some value here? I'll look back in a second. So this is the link that I just gave, rongielak.com/apply. You guys can use this as kind of a template to create your own application page. And I just ask a series of questions to really learn more about the person. And what this is this is a screening process. Asking people some of these questions. And you may not want to know this information. You should probably make your own questions. Like, don't copy this verbatim. Okay, please don't do that. Make some of your own questions. What's important to you as a coach? Like, what do you want to know about the people that you may be working with? And I just put a video there at the top. I'm not going to play it now. You guys can check that out later on this template. But I really encourage you to please not copy it identically and realize the training that I'm giving you today is like super, super high value. I really should be charging a lot more for this. I'm giving this to you as for free today. You will see me charge for this training in the future. So what you want to do is you want to go to surveymonkey.com and this is one of the tools I'm now using that I really like, and it's really easy to create your own survey. You can actually use a free account and get started, but you're going to log in, click this green button here, create survey. Can you guys see my screen okay? Let me check on the Hangout here. You guys are getting some value? Awesome, awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Incredible. Yes. Awesome, guys. Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate that. All right. So SurveyMonkey. So first you want to give it a name. So let's do, coaching example for the purpose of this webinar. This is just really for internal purpose. Select a category, whatever you want to do. All right. So I'll just say other. Let's go. Okay, and then this is the template builder. It's really simple. Any kind of question you want to make is here on the left. You guys can see this okay, right? Yep, getting some yeses. Okay, let me know if you're not. Cool. So any of these things you can do. It's really easy. All you have to do is click and drag. So let's do this. You can click on this area, customer satisfaction, and they have a bunch of like pre-existing questions here, or you can kind of do do this, like rate. How would you rate? All right, let's do this one. How would you rate the course? Or, what is your experience? Okay, add 2 questions. So I picked a couple questions here, right? When I just clicked here on the left, and there's all different kinds that you can do here. You can do these ones just for fun. Any of those 2, you can totally make your own as well. So let's put that one in there. So if you want to change one of these, all you have to do is click edit, right? And click edit again. And I want to ask a different experience, like, like, how long have you been in, let's do this for network marketing. How long have you been in network marketing, right? Question. And then I can kind of gauge these. I can do like less than 6 months, 6 to 12, 1 to 3 years. I can do 3 years plus. And if there's one here I can just X out, boom, right? Click save. And look, I got my first survey question, right? I can add a table here. I would call it something like free discovery call, right? And write a description. Fill out this short form to get a free 30-minute call where we can focus on growing. I'm just thinking something off the top of my head. On growing your business, right? You can wordsmith that up a little bit later, right? So free discovery call. And so you get the idea. You can do this with all these kind of questions. I'm not going to spend a lot of time like building this form, but then once you're done, you click next. And then how would you like to collect responses? Basically what you do is you click this one, get a web link, or you can embed the code on your website. See this other button right here, embed on website. I just want to check back, make sure you guys can see my screen. Okay. I'm going to turn the chat off again. So check it out. Here's my link, right? All I have to do is copy paste that, and I can put it wherever I want, right? So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to open up a new tab here, and now, boom! As soon as this loads, enter. All right, so cool. Check it out. I got a form that works here, and this was free. By the way, SurveyMonkey is free. I use a paid version to make my form look a little bit fancier. I think it's like 20-something bucks a month. But you can start doing this right now, and the form works great. There's other tools that you can use. You know, you can just like Google search like free form creator. You can even make it with Funnelizer if you really want to. But I like SurveyMonkey. You know, I think it's pretty easy and simple to use. Then what you can do is when you start collecting results, you know, you'll see here in this particular one I've gotten, well, I delete them, but there's probably over 200 applications that have come here, and you'll see people, they fill out the coaching application. You click here to review respondents' answers, and then you can see like kind of the answers that they have said. I'm not going to show you their contact info here, but you get all their answers, and then when you call them, you are filled with the knowledge that you know to best serve them, and you can ask them questions about their company. And then more importantly, the way that they answer these questions, you know, you may not even want to call them or give them or take them on as a client. Like, this is one for me. What is your monthly marketing budget? Not a lot. Well, if it's not a lot, you probably can't afford me as a coach, so I may not call you depending on how many clients I have or what's the pipeline looking like. So that is SurveyMonkey that I really like to use, and just a good tool to start collecting applications. And I'm going to show you how to generate leads to that application here in a moment. I think it's important to lay a little bit of foundation first and recognize and know, like, hey, you have to have a form in order to even get a lead to even do marketing so you can get a client. Our way backwards. We know we have an area that we're good at, that we've had a result in, and that we can teach it. There's a need there. I can offer the coaching, and now I need to start being able to put people in the pipeline. Okay, so I actually have a free gift for you. It's not working at this exact moment. I'm waiting for the template to come back for me, but I wanted to give this to you immediately. This is something as well that I am going to be selling on my website, but if you're here with us today, I want to give this to you for free as a gift. So rongilak.com/coach scripts. This is going to give you the exact script that, you know, we use at Christ Centered Coaching to bring in our clients. You know, it includes the interview process. It includes overcoming objections, like, I don't have any time, I don't have any money, I need to pray about it. And I think there's a few things more in there as well. At the moment, this is not available for download, but in the next couple of days, it will be, as soon as I get the fancy template I made back. So just save this right now, and you can download that for free in the next couple of days. rongilak.com/coach scripts. PayPal demo. So guys, I'm going to show you how to set up your payments. How do you get paid for coaching? And this is pretty cool. Some people have spoken negative about PayPal, and I've heard horror stories in the past, but, you know, I've been using it for several years now, and I've never had an issue with, you know, like getting paid or anything like that. So let me show you how to do that. So first, what you want to do is, you know, log into PayPal. Let me zoom in so you can see this a bit. And this is the PayPal back office here. What you're going to want to do is go over here to Tools. Oh, I said that weird. Tools. Go to All Tools at the bottom. Oh, let me log in again. And here's what you're going to want to do here. You're going to scroll down. Where's the buttons is what I'm looking for. PayPal buttons. You're going to click on this, PayPal buttons. You guys, this is really simple. You're going to love it. So to go ahead and start doing this, you can see I have a lot of coaching packages and products that I've made back here that I use on PayPal. But what you're going to do is over here at the right where it says create new button, you're going to click that. And then let's look at step one. So step one is deciding, do you want to have a reoccurring like monthly payment, which I strongly suggest, or you can do a one-time fee for your coaching. If you're going to do a one-time fee, offer a little bit of a discount as opposed to paying, monthly, so the person is incentivized to do that. So what you're going to do is we can do this. Let's do automatic billing. If you want to do a one-time thing, you just select this one, buy now. But for monthly, do automatic billing. Okay. Oops, I'm sorry, not automatic billing. Subscriptions. You want to do subscriptions. Okay. And then, what you want to do is name it something so you know what it is. So, I'll do coaching example monthly for the purpose of this training. Currency, USD. I don't click any of those buttons. Billing amount each cycle. So if you're going to do coaching, I suggest not doing anything less than $500 a month per person. So let's do this. Let's say they're like a smaller level or medium-sized client. So let's do $1,000 a month. So check that out. What would that do for you if you brought in one coaching client, you spent a few hours with a month, and you are earning $1,000 a month for them? That can be life-changing for some people. What if you had 10 of these people, 10 clients paying you $1,000 a month? Or you know what? I've had clients say yes to one-time amounts of $15,000, right? Like pay now for X amount of time and $15,000. So you can price this whatever you want. I've offered $2,000 a month packages, but for this example, let's just do, $1,000. Okay. So billing cycle, you can do monthly. If you want to do it shorter, you can do days, weeks. I just do monthly and I keep it simple that way. After how many cycles billing should stop, you can pick this. Like if you want to do a 90-day program, that would be 3 months. I like to just select never, because I want to keep my clients on as long as they want to keep playing with me and as long as they're getting value. I do tell people I do 90-day minimums. I think it's just hard to get people the results that they're looking for in less than 90 days. You want to work with a coach for a while and do people as much service as you can. So step 2, you don't have to do anything here. I'll show you what it looks like anyway, but you just want to make sure that's checked, the save button at PayPal, so you can use it again. That's it. Step 3, you don't have to do anything here. You don't need their shipping address. You can click no. Take customers to a URL when they cancel their checkout. I don't do anything with that. This one, take customers to a URL when they finish a checkout. If you have like a nice little thank you page that you made with like Funnelizer or like a similar program like Lead Pages or something, you can do that. This is not really necessary. I don't have anything like that. So I just leave this stuff unchecked. And then I click Create Button. And that's it. So if you want to embed this on your website, here's the code for it. But here's the really cool part. Just click the email tab, and you now have a payment button. I'm gonna press Command C because I'm on a Mac, or Control C to copy that. And then when somebody wants to use that link to pay you, you just send them that link. Like you email it to them, or you send it to them over Facebook or Skype, whatever you're doing. And then this is what your client, potential client, sees, right? Coaching example monthly, $1,000 each month, and they can log in on PayPal, or they can just, pay using a credit or debit card by clicking the button here. And that's it. You now have an order form. You can start taking high ticket clients. How cool is that? And it's gonna bill them automatically every month, and it goes right into your bank account. Guys, how cool is that? Let me turn the chat on. Are you getting some value here with this? Like, it's literally that simple. Did you realize how easy it was to make that? Like, and get this too. All right, so I'm gonna close out of this. But get this. So I made that button, right? Coaching example. So let's go back to the buttons. So next time I have a client and I want to send this same thing again to them, well, PayPal just saved this button for me. So check this out. Coaching example monthly, right here, $1,000. So anytime I want to send it to them again, all I have to do is click here, view code, and then boom, here's the email link again, and I can send that to them. It's saved in here. It's part of my my list of assets now that I have this payment button. How cool is that? Is that freaking awesome or what? So cool. Let's see what you guys are saying. Loving this. So excited. I'm super pumped. Yes, that was easy. This is great. Yeah, it's so easy. So with that being said, though, just because this is easy, now keep in mind, this may or may not be for you. Coaching, I take very seriously, and you want to have a lot of integrity if you're going to do this. Like, don't just take on. I taught somebody this process before, and they were just a good recruiter. They like to hustle, and they quickly got 10 clients at $1,000 a month. And the overwhelming, I think 9 out of the 10 paid for 1 month and then quit and stopped. You know, that gentleman at that time was not ready to be a coach. He you know, I don't think he had even hired a coach of his own, and thus he did a disservice to people and to their clients by not letting himself get trained and coached first. So that will happen. If you're not ready to coach, your clients are going to let you know. The market is going to tell you if you're producing enough value for that person. Your clients will quit. So just be aware of that and make sure that you would want to be coaching you. This is one of my clients, Brian Black. He said, speaking at a local event, I got 2 clients to sign up for coaching with me. I'm so excited and now planning to launch my first group coaching program. I think Brian's going to be starting his Jumpstart coaching I think he's promoting now, and he'll have the group starting first or second week of January. So this guy's a rock star and part of our community as well, one of the MLSP members. So yeah, Brian Black, killing it. So I want to talk to you about coaching programs. What does it look like? What can you set up? Now this is so cool. So cool, right? One of the reasons I also love coaching is because you can totally create a lifestyle business. Guys, just so you know, we might go a little bit over the 1 hour mark today. I think that's okay because this can totally change your life today. So if you got somewhere to be, let them know you're going to be late. Remove any distractions. Take a screenshot. Write this stuff down. This is going to be good. Right, so here's the structure of the programs that I have done so far. I'm sure there's other ones that exist, like mastermind, roundtable things, but I only want to teach from the experience that I've had so far. So the structure you can have is one-on-one, group coaching, or live workshops. Right, I'm going to be having my own live workshop beginning of this year in January. I think will be awesome. But one-on-one, I find that you can charge the most for. You know, you can have those really high-level clients because it's just you and them, and it's your personal time. Group coaching is normally a little bit cheaper. So if, let's say I have a program where my one-on-one people, I'm charging $1,000. Group coaching, I may charge something like $300 or $500 a month because they're not getting that same level of one-on-one support. You know, and I might do the frequency a little bit differently. Group coaching, I might do twice a month. One-on-one coaching, I might do 3 to 4 times a month, right? And here's the deal too. How are you going to deliver your coaching? Well, the thing that I do the most is I've done all of these, phone or over Skype. I have one of my clients is actually in the United Kingdom right now, so we're using Skype. You know, you can use a webinar, like webinars on air, Zoom, Google Hangouts, any of those kind of things where you can share your screen or you can just talk through them. There's tons of different tools you can use. And then also in person is really good. I've had the privilege of having 2 local clients here in New Jersey find me online, and I was just blessed that that they lived close by. So we met at a coffee shop, and that was super fruitful. I loved it. Excuse me, just grabbing some water here. So your frequency. This is how often are you guys going to meet and for how long, right? So so one of the programs that I have right now for one-on-one coaching, I meet with my clients 3 times per month. That's once a week. In the 4th week of the month, I kind of do a bye week where, like, if I got to travel or they got to travel or somebody's sick, we keep that like as a flexible one if somebody needs to cancel. And that's good. Or you can do bi-weekly every other week, you know, or weekly. It's up to you and what you want to do. Now, are you offering, this is important to figure out too, 30-minute sessions, 60-minute, or 90 minutes? I would encourage you to stay around the 30 and 60-minute mark. It's also can be taxing a little bit to be outpouring for 90 minutes. And let's say you have multiple clients in a day or in a week. That's just like draining. And you want to make sure that in between clients you have some rest time and you have activities and things going on that, you know, fill your tank and give you rest as well, right? So here's some other notes or things to be aware of is, you know, what style do you want to have your sessions, especially if you're doing group? Are you doing teaching where every week you're showing up with like a PowerPoint or a keynote thing and teaching on a given topic? Do you have like an agenda that, you know, you're going to talk about a specific topic, no PowerPoint, you're just going to present the topic to them? You know, is one of your sessions in your program, like one session out of the month, is that a Q&A session? Like, let's say you're teaching, you know, blogging or Facebook ads or something like that. Like, it can be anything. You can be teaching, you know, the proper ways to do bodybuilding, right? The best way to take care of your dog or your cat. You know, you're a pet person, like whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever niche that you're in. You know, you want to have, one of the things you can do is have a question and answer session where people just ask you questions. Those ones are kind of fun. I do recommend that you do this. If you have a group program or a live workshop, you want to have a Facebook group where the members of your group can kind of network, ask questions. It also helps establish more of a sense of community and support. And this will also increase the retention rate of your clients by having a small group that they can plug in and talk to each other and that kind of thing. If you notice, MLSP, which I keep talking about, has a Facebook group as well, like one of their community groups where everyone kind of networks and stays together as well. This is more focused on delivery. This next one, Dropbox or Google Drive folders. When someone becomes a client of mine, I give them like a number of different resources, like email templates, videos to watch. I have them take some tests and I have them do some things. So having a Dropbox file, like Dropbox.com, it's free. So is Google Drive. Google Drive is probably a little bit better because you can both edit the documents right in there and it automatically saves all the time. Dropbox, you have to like download and upload, and that's better for just like files that people just download and don't have to turn in to you or that kind of stuff. And then also keep this in mind, like, do you want to give people assignments, worksheets, PDFs, homework, and keep them accountable? How do you want to do that? So those are some things that you can create. So like coaching is very high income and like highly fruitful, but now you're seeing a little bit where's a little bit more work in offering something like this in your business, engaging if this is right for you or not. You know, it's taking your personal time. You have to prepare a little bit before the session and review your notes from last time. And then, you know, also, do you have some resources to help them move past where they're stuck, right? So these are some different programs that you can have, different frequencies, and your delivery. And I'll open this up for questions and answers at the end of this. I think that might be valuable for you guys. But it's also important to recognize that it really doesn't matter how you deliver the coaching, whether it's phone or Skype or webinar or whatever. the delivery doesn't matter, and there's not necessarily one method that's better than other. It's just important that you're delivering the value. And there's no secret, secret sauce of like, 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 60 minutes. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just like, what do you want to create, right? It's up to you. This is a lifestyle business as well. So prior to, taking on clients, I think you should plan out your program, right? And this might be something that you just keep at home or at your home office or internally, so you know the path that you're going to be bringing someone on. But you want to create like a rough timeline, especially for groups or live workshops, and show people, hey, this is where we're going to start in segment 1. Then next month we're going to focus on this. 3rd month we're going to focus on sales. And then 4th month we're going to put all the pieces together. So when you leave and walk away, you'll have a complete business that's ready to rock and ready to go. So you want to know your process from start to finish. Even if you're just doing like one-on-one coaching and you're just helping people with where they are, you want to have a track to run on, and you want to create a little bit of vision. One of my favorite biblical quotes, I share this a lot on the wake-up calls, is without vision the people perish. So without you sharing vision for your clients, or even having that for yourself, delivering your coaching and even signing people up is going to feel weird if you haven't planned your program and what you're going to deliver and what's it's going to look like, right? I mentioned I'm having my own workshop later in January, and right now I'm planning and creating, what am I going to teach? What are we going to talk about? What's it going to look like? And I don't feel really good about like promoting it or telling a ton of people about it right now. I'm telling you guys because you guys are like my training family. This is like my home, and I've been learning alongside of you here at My Lead System Pro and inside of my business for a while. But you want to plan and stuff and do this first. Otherwise, it just kind of feels weird. At least have an outline of what it's going to look like. Otherwise, it feels like you're flying by the seat of your pants, and that's not always the best thing to do, especially when other people are putting their trust, their money, and their confidence in you to show them the way. So there is some responsibility in doing this and positioning and posturing yourself to serve people excellently. You want to under-promise and over-deliver when you're coaching and delivering this kind of program. So here's the part that everyone has been waiting for. How to get coaching client leads. How do you get the leads? Show me the leads, right? So here's some ways that you can start this week, start getting clients and doing this. And guys, please, if you take this process in the business here that I've showed you on this webinar and get results, please do me a favor. Message me, let me know how it's working. Like, I would love to see some testimonials and some results from you, please. So please share that with me. Can I get a yes here in the chat? If you guys are going to do this, will you get back with me and give me some testimonials here? Absolutely, let me know. Oh, cool. Check that out. This guy Chris is a pro rugby development coach. Chris, I definitely want to be hearing you. Okay, I'm getting some yeses. Awesome. Thank you guys that I'm going to hear back from you. I do care about your success and the results that you're having as well. So how to get coaching client leads, right? So here's again is that example page. It's for example purposes only. RonGuilloch.com/apply. You can see what the Survey Monkey thing looks like there. And that's the application page is where you want to drive everybody to. Whether you're doing group or one-on-one, you want to make sure that you do an application. And I do that because there are some people that you don't want to work with, especially in a group dynamic. If you, let's say you just put a payment link out there and then you had 10 people sign up into your group, what if one guy in your group is just like absolutely nuts? Like he's insane, right? He's crazy. And that could ruin the experience for other people, or he might start like hassling other people or trying to sell them stuff, and that would just create a bad thing. So one of the things that I've learned the hard way is to do this process first, really interview people, and then you you actually have a chance. I think it's better for closing that way too, like talking with someone rather than just giving them a payment link. I think you'll get more clients that way as well. So how do you get coaching leads? Well, first question, what existing resources and audiences do you already have? Do you have an email list? Do you have a blog? Do you have a social media following? Do you have subscribers on YouTube? Do you have followers on Twitter? You know, do you have a big LinkedIn following? Where are the areas that you already have a little bit of authority, trust, or knowledge, right? Think about that. I'd love for you to make a list, right? You guys can even start posting that in the chat a little bit with each other. What are some areas that you have existing resources and audiences and a little bit of authority in, okay? And then we want to go into those places that people already know, like, and trust you, because those are the people that are all are most willing and in a position that they would hire you to coach them, right? That they're no longer cold traffic. They're not cold leads. They are warm or hot. And I teach, you know, 3 different levels of lead generation, and then them knowing you: cold, warm, and hot. And you want to, coaching is really for warm and hot leads. So what you want to do is create calls to action in your content. So you'll see this on my website and my emails. In the PS line of my emails a lot is, you know, I'll say, you know, like, are you looking for help in your business? Or do you feel stuck and looking to generate more leads? Click here to get a free discovery call to learn exactly what you need to do next, or learn exactly how to generate 10 leads a day, right? And then I'll give them a link to go to the application page, right? And when somebody comes to your application page and fills out a survey, you want to get back with them. I tell people I'm going to get back with them within 48 hours at the max. You know, you want to talk to people right away while they're hot, while they're warm, and while they're applying. You know, another great way that I've got clients and filled some coaching spots before is with social media updates. Facebook Live is really good, really popular. You'll see a lot of people doing that. But videos, uploading some videos talking about you know, what you're going to deliver. Don't tell people what it is. Give people the benefits that they want, right? People don't necessarily want coaching. They want the benefit of what coaching produces. They want the high income. They want the leads. They want the business and the clients, right? They don't. It doesn't matter. Like, I could offer something else besides coaching, and if I promised those same benefits, people would sign up for it, right? So when your social media updates and any of your marketing, you want to talk about what is the benefit and what is the person actually getting, not what it is. So in your social media updates and your videos, talk about what somebody would get, and what you're really soliciting, or what you're really making calls to action for, is to get a free discovery call. Not necessarily, you know, sign up for coaching and it's a 3-month program, 3 sessions is $1,000. Like, don't say that stuff. Okay, let me make it clear. All you're doing is you're soliciting or giving people an opportunity to get a free gift, right? Here's the lead magnet, here's the bait. The free gift is a 30-minute discovery call, a 30-minute marketing makeover, a 30-minute, what it really is like a free consultation, but I don't like to say free consultation. I just think those words don't sound very good. It's not a sexy phrase. So I call it something like discovery call, right? Or potential call, or potential unlockment thing. Like, you know, put your marketing hat on and call it something fun. So in your social media updates, your marketing, your calls to action, you're getting people to fill out the application page and request a free, like, 20-30-minute call from you. That's it. Now, I'm about to unleash on you my secret weapon. This secret weapon is how you fill all of your coaching spots quickly. Okay? So be ready. Have your pen and paper with you, because this is actually pretty simple. So here it is. Webinars for client leads. Okay? So here's how you do this. Here's how you get coaching clients with webinars. And I just love this. I'll give you 2 strategies you can do. if you are regularly delivering content and value to your audience already, or sharing a lot of things, like you have an email list or following and they're getting this kind of stuff ready, you can just do one webinar and you know, give people an invitation to either sign up for coaching. You can tell them, you know, you'll get a free discovery, like sign up for a free discovery call. Or what you can do is, if you want like a higher quality lead, like if you have a decent sized following, you got a lot of people on the webinar, you can tell people, you know, like you're having an inner circle program or a group mastermind or any kind of group, 2017 group, right? And tell people like, hey, it's $300 a month. You know, you can apply here. It's application only. I will not be accepting everyone. So you can go to the application here and get a free call with me. And whether you're fit for the coaching program or not, I'll still give you some value and show you what you need to do next, right? So you can tell people at the end of your webinar how much it is, what you're charging, or you can just not say that kind of stuff and get people to come to a discovery call, or come to an application page. You will get more leads that way, but they'll be a little bit less qualified because they'll know the dollar amount. And sometimes people, if they know the dollar amount in advance, they'll automatically say, oh, I don't want to pay that, or, you know, that's not worth it, or they'll just create some excuse. So it's a question of, do you want less high quality leads, or do you want more overall leads, but just mixed quality? And if coaching is new for you, you haven't done this before, I would suggest not mentioning the price. I would suggest that you leave it open, because doing some of these interview calls and seeing if people are good fits for your program is great experience, right? And not everybody is going to say yes. Most people are going to say no when you're doing those calls. So the more that you do of them, the more likelihood you have of signing people up and getting experience and practicing that. So that's kind of what I would lean towards. So on your webinar, you want to start with the end in mind, right? What do I mean with that? The end in mind is to have them be a coaching client, right? Now you have a specific topic that you can coach on or train. Like, let's take Chris, our friend, for example, in the chat. That I think he said he was a rugby development coach, right? So let's pick a topic of rugby, right? And I apologize, Chris, I don't know too much about the sport. You know, you would probably be somebody I hired if I wanted to learn about it. So, so our topic is rugby. Now, what can you coach on, right? I want to coach on developing my performance, getting stronger, you know, moving down the field, that kind of thing. So my webinar might be, the top three secrets of professional rugby players, right? That's my topic. That's going to be the topic of the webinar. And on that webinar, I'm going to teach and train my butt off, right? Just like I'm doing on this webinar right now. I'm giving you the goods. I'm giving you as much as I can. I'm trying to over-deliver on the value here, right? That's one of my bullet points here. Over-deliver on this webinar. Why? Because when your clients, your potential clients and prospects see how good your free stuff is, you're going to be able to create the question in their mind of, wow, if this guy is giving this stuff away for free, what the heck is he doing with his paid clients? Man, that must be so much more over the top. And it should be. The stuff that you deliver should be a little bit better on one-on-one. But how you get them in the door is by giving your best stuff away, right? And that seems weird or a little counterintuitive, but why would you hire you? If you see somebody that is tremendously valuable and if you see someone producing and giving away tremendous valuable content, it makes you want to learn from them more. It makes you want to like stick around them more and really work with them, right? So you want to over deliver the value on our rugby webinar here and really teach people stuff like, I'm going to teach you which equipment to use. I'm going to teach you how to recover quickly from your injuries. I'm going to give you those 3 secrets from rugby professionals, but I'm also going to give you maybe 4 and 5, number 4 and 5 secrets on there too, and over deliver on this. And here's something interesting as well. Throughout the webinar, you want to be giving testimonials. If you notice, I asked you to pay attention since the beginning of this webinar about why am I showing you testimonials, right? What has been happening as I've been showing you these testimonials is like your belief has been building that, okay, this coaching stuff really works. Wow, Ron's getting other results for his clients. Wow, look at those testimonials. Those are even commission marks, and those are proof that, you know, he's doing this stuff. So testimonials will help. It doesn't solve everything, but it helps reduce skepticism, and it helps build belief. So if you have any testimonials, like Chris, if you've been helping other rugby players, maybe you've helped some people go pro before, you know, like share some testimonials of them in your webinars, and that's going to go a long way, right? So this is key too. Open loops. Have you ever been watching a TV show and right before the commercial happens, like it just cuts off, the show cuts away, and you're like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen next? Like, you guys remember that TV show Lost years ago? You know, I just watched that last year, like on Netflix, and they did that all the time at the end of the episode. They left you with a cliffhanger, right? So that's one example of open loops. Or asking yourself questions like, you know, my personal coaching clients get XYZ, but here's how you do this. I may have even done that on this webinar today. It's so natural for me now, but you can see that it's opening loops and asking people or alluding to that there is more value and that there's more to this than there actually is, right? So open loops throughout the webinar kind of leads people to believe like that they can dive deeper with you and that there's more to this. And what happens in the mind of your prospect is, well, what does the personal coaching clients get? What's happening there that I'm missing that I'm not getting, right? So open loops is a powerful thing because your mind naturally wants to search for an answer and close that loop, right? So here's another one. This is another MLSP member here, client, Connie Bohager. She says, thanks to Ron's coaching program, I am now getting regular sales of my products on my website. I'm currently launching my first group coaching program and couldn't be more grateful. Thank you, Ron. Connie is a rock star. She is she has branded herself as Connie the Caregiver Coach. And this is another one of our community members who has implemented the coaching model. She's got some of her own info products. She's got some like caregiver guidebooks. And I'm excited to see how she does with her next group coaching program that she's going to be launching. So Connie is a rock star. If you don't know her, connect with her right away. She's awesome. So here's some additional selling points that you want to make aware of. And this is another good one for you to take some screenshots of and write this down. I know we're going a little bit over the hour, but I really want to make sure you have just so much here to sign up some clients and really get this going good. So highlight pains and frustrations of your target audience. So during your webinar, you want to address these kind of things. It's like, think of it like this, and this is a little gruesome or gory, and it can be borderline manipulative if you use it wrong. So your intentions have to be clear that you're here to serve and help people and not sell people. So it's kind of like this. When somebody has a pain or a wound, right? Let's say somebody got stabbed in the stomach, right? Ouch. Really awful, terrible, terrible thing to happen. But if you were to twist that knife while it is in their stomach, that's going to hurt so much more. That's going to agitate the problem they have, right? That's going to be so painful. It's so much worse. And that person just wants the pain to stop so bad. So what I want you to do when presenting is make your potential prospects and people aware of the pain that they're in, right? Once somebody is aware of the pain that they're in and you're talking about it, it becomes a lot more real and they're feeling it. And then what you want to do is ask them, would you like for these problems to stop? Would you like for a solution to be given? right? Are you tired of struggling with generating more leads? Are you tired of not being able to sign people up? Do you not know how to brand yourself? Are you spending hours and hours on training videos and not getting the results that you want? Well, I was there too. I understand how you feel, and what I want to do is show you how I broke free from those exact problems and those exact results, and I'm now in a place where I'm generating 20 plus leads a day. I'm signing people up into my company every week. I'm getting coaching clients. Like, you want to express those pains and frustrations. I may have hit some of yours right there, and you're like, yeah, I would love for that stuff to stop. And then you want to give them a solution. If you'd like for that stuff to be solved, like if you'd like to have the benefit, like here are the benefits, right? Go book a free discovery call. Go fill out the application. Make a call to action right there, right? So you can do that throughout your webinar or at the end if you want to close real strong. And here's a ninja tip. I think maybe Brian Finale talks about this in his copywriting course, but this is called future casting. So it's kind of like this. It's a great copywriting tactic, and it works well in webinars too. What would it be like in X amount of time to have Y benefit so you can experience more Z, like personal benefit? So let's ask you that question. And this is a great closing question when you're talking to your potential clients is, John, what would it be like if 12 months from now you were earning $10,000 a month, you were able to spend more time with you were earning $10,000 a month at 40 leads a day, and you walked across your company stage so you can experience more time with your family and take your kids to school every day? What would it be like for you to have that? Well, it would be amazing. Well, that's what I want to help you do. I want to help you, have 12 months from now, $10,000 income, and help you experience more time with your kids. Are you ready to get started? Let's start moving forward on coaching together, right? So do you see how future casting can be a really powerful selling point, a really powerful selling tool? And I'm telling you all this stuff, like this is some ninja stuff. And if you're not doing things correctly, like if you're not here to help people and help them impact and change their lives, I hope everyone in this community is. But the stuff that I've just talked about can be used for evil and to manipulate and hurt people, which was tough for me to decide if I wanted to teach this stuff, right? But realize there's a lot of power in these tactics, and you should only be taking on coaching clients if you truly know that you can help them see results, right? But do not let fear and insecurity hold you back. If you've demonstrated you have the results or the credibility to do so, move forward here, okay? So call to action. Go to the application page for a discovery call, free session, marketing makeover, etc. Right? Those are the strong things to do to get the leads to sign the people up, right? And then tell them what they're going to get on the free session, right? On this free session, you're going to learn how to get on track to experience 12 months from now, how to have $10,000 months with 20 leads a day so you can experience more time freedom with your family, right? So you can quit your job, right? It's the same thing. You're phrasing this in X amount of time to have Y benefit so you can experience more Z personal benefit, okay? So here's some additional takeaways. We are almost done, and I'll open it up for question and answer, right? So the additional takeaways here is almost always push to an application page. The only time that I would do that is if I'm sending them to a live, like a class, like a workshop. That's something I'm going to be doing in January. Like workshops are typically are cheaper than group programs, right? So one of the things that you can do here too is you push people to application page, sign them up for coaching that way. But if you're also doing a live workshop, and that's low ticket, get people in the front door, you can then from your workshop launch out into a group program from there. Okay, so that's kind of like what I'll be doing later later on. So this is good too. Know the desired end result of your client. Like, what do they want before agreeing to take them on and help, right? So when you know, and you'll get this from, you know, the scripts once they're available in the next couple of days. When you know exactly what your client wants before you agree to take them on and help them, that's going to indicate to you like if you should even have them come on board, right? Because if you're going to deliver something that they don't want, they're going to have a bad experience. You're going to have a bad experience, and you're doing them a disservice and really setting them back, and as well as setting yourself back. So be very, very clear on that kind of stuff, right? If you cannot help a client, like let's say like we're talking to our rugby coach before, like let's say he's like, oh, I thought you were just a sports coach. I want to learn soccer. Sorry, I don't coach soccer, but my friend George is a soccer coach. Let me refer you to him. Or I actually have a training course that teaches you how to advance in any sport. I'm going to give you that course instead. And that way you can still help your clients and move them further along in the journey, right? So here, I'm going to give you some protocol for your first call, right? Your first call, these are some questions and things that you need to do. What are you looking to get out of coaching? You want to ask them that, and that's so you get clear on the experience they want to have. They may have told you this during your interview process, but it's important to ask that again because it usually changes or they phrase it a little bit differently. I have one client right now that's like, every week she changes what she wants, and I shouldn't have taken her on. But this is why you want to ask your clients, what are you looking to get out of coaching, right? Then you want to set expectations. What do I mean by this? So set expectations means like you're going to be personally responsible for producing the result and getting the results. I've had some clients before that they weren't doing anything other than like the homework that I gave them. They totally stopped prospecting. They totally stopped advancing their brand and creating content and started doing only the things I told them, which is not good. You want to coach people that are in action. So making that clear to them and setting expectations is good. Like they have to keep doing their other business activities. They can't just stop and do the few coaching assignments that you give them and expect them to have a flourishing business. Coaching is something extra and on top of what they're already doing. That's why you really only want to coach people that are in action. So set expectations also means how often you're going to contact and communicate with them, right? If you have set up that you're going to talk with your clients 3 times per month, you shouldn't be talking with them 5 to 10 times per month. So I tell them like, these are our scheduled times to talk, right? We schedule our sessions for the month. Other than that, I'm not going to be on the phone with you. Like, do not call me unless it is an emergency. You have email access to me. You can Facebook message me. You can text me, but do not call me. I'm serving other clients, and that if you're taking unsolicited, unscheduled calls from your other clients, it turns into just extra time that you're giving away that you're not getting paid for, and it also devalues your business. If the client thinks that they can just get access to you and get what they want from you anytime and that you're a pushover like that, they're not going to take the coaching as serious as well. So you want to make sure you just keep it between your scheduled times. And if they have questions, post in your Facebook group or have them email you, right? Make sure that you deliver your receivables. That means like when I have a client come on, as soon as they purchase, I send them a welcome email with some next steps that they should take. I give them a few things to do. I give them access to my members area or some resources that I have, and they have that immediately. So they want to feel good, like when they have bought something. If I just handed over $1,000 to you, and I'm not in our first coaching schedule call, our first coaching call isn't scheduled till next week. That's just like, did I do the right thing? I haven't gotten anything. And that leaves them almost a week to decide, do I really want to do this? Do I feel good about this? So you want to deliver some receivables, what I mean is like some assets, some tangible things to them right away that lets them know like that you have given them something, they made a right decision, and they got some value and some homework, some things they can get started on right away. Okay. And then I always ask this question on almost every one of my calls. Are you getting value today? Is this helping you? Was this a good session today? Do you feel like we moved forward? You want to know that they're having a good experience. Also, and them saying that they are having a good experience, that they are getting value, you're hearing themselves tell themselves that this is good, that they're having a good experience, that it's all going well, all that kind of good stuff is taking place. So you want to ask them, like, are you getting value here? Are things happening and going in the right direction? And that is affirming not only for you, but for themselves as well. So those are some first call protocols that you want to have. A little bit more on setting expectations in this first call. You want to be clear on who is doing what work. Some of my clients, I provide done for you services. So like we'll do your website, or we'll make your capture page, or help you create an offer. So, but if their job is to write the copy or the emails or make the videos, that's on them. So you want to make sure it's clear that they're going to be doing that work, and you have other work that you're going to be doing as well. And you also want to be clear on what you will not do for the client, right? It's good to know what you will do, but also be clear on what you're not going to do. Like, I'm not going to come to your house and make you prospect on Facebook. That's on you. You have to have that your own discipline there to reach out to your network marketing prospects and talk to them there, right? Or you have to be responsible for calling your own. Like, if you're a realtor, you got to call your own leads. I'm not going to go to the person's house with you and put their house under contract with you. That's on you, right? I'll show you how to get those leads. That's the part of the work that I'm going to do, but you have to sign them up, right? I said some of these already. How often you're going to communicate and how. And here's something that was like a revelation to me. I didn't realize this till one of my coaches that I've hired for myself told me this, is that you reserve the right to fire the client. Isn't that wild? That you can say, you know what? I know I'm your coach, but this just isn't working out. I had a conversation with somebody, one of my clients recently, and said, like, listen, we've been doing this for months and you're just not moving forward. You're not seeing the results that I want. You're not taking action. So I don't know if I'm the right person to continue to help you. There might be somebody that's better poised to help you. And the client refused to, let me fire him. So I was like, okay, I'll keep taking your money, but just know, like, this is not really productive. And then within 30 days from that time, the client went into overdrive and started producing, started making blogs, videos, getting their own clients, meeting with people, all the stuff that I've been wanting them to do the whole time. They stepped into action. So reserving the right to fire the client will do one or two things. One, it'll free you up and you'll no longer have that frustration or that headache of coaching somebody that's not really coachable. Or two, they rise to the challenge and they start performing and doing what they're supposed to do, which I love, and so happy that I did that, right? This is good too. What would you like to have happen for not being accountable? Asking your clients, like, every week, I say, like, these are the things that you're going to be doing for next week or next session. What would you like to have happen if you don't do these things, right? So when I know there is some sort of like ridicule or there's a positive enforcement that happens if I am accountable for all those things, people tend to move away from pain and move towards pleasure. So if you can create some kind of reward thing or a program like that, just like between you and the client, that's going to be really good for their accountability and helping them move forward. So what would you like to have happen for not being accountable? Great question to ask them. And here's also a thing to make sure they understand. The results are the client's responsibility along with the implementation. If you know your stuff works, you've proven it that it works and seen other people get results with it, the results are on the client, not yours, right? There's some people that I've coached that I've told the exact same thing to that absolutely go out there and crush it. And then there's other people that I've said the exact same training to and they get like minimal results, if none, right? It just depends on the client and how serious they are and if they're willing to actually implement. So you got to be aware of that. And this is why setting expectations up front, not like a month later or 2 months into the thing, is going to spare you a lot of problems, pains, and headaches, right? So please set expectations in advance. This is another testimonial, Patrick Moore. If you're looking for a leader who can help you, blah, 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 you connect with Ron. He's helped one of my team members and easily make me an additional $5,000, additional income from his marketing and sponsoring efforts. I've known him for 2 years, blah, blah, blah. So this is like another testimonial. I'm putting all these in and I explained why before. And here's a good one too to really think about. I know we're way over time, but I appreciate those of you that are sticking with us. Are you guys getting value today? Is this going good? Loving it? Golden? Awesome. Chris shares his rugby passing skills. Okay, Chris, we'll be waiting for your webinar, buddy. That's awesome. Okay, let's hop back in. Okay, how about this? What if I am new? What if I've never coached before? I don't have any credibility, right? So realize this. Everybody starts at the same place. Remember I shared my story in the beginning? How did I start coaching? Somebody asked me. I've had coaches before, thank the Lord for that. But I had never started, went out there and said oh, I'm going to start this coaching business. It happened natural for me. And everybody starts at the same place where you are. And now you can start right now from ground one. So everybody that is a coach, that like John Maxwell, the coach's coach, the guy has the biggest coaching program, in the world, one of them. Where did John Maxwell start? At the same place you and I are starting, or the same place I started 2 years ago, the same place you're starting today, right? So realize that is not an excuse. If you're new or you have no credibility, it doesn't matter. What matters here is that you have some kind of results, right? So what results do you have? What have you been able to create? Can you make good capture pages? Do you do good blogs? Can you help someone get leads on Instagram, right? Are you good at rugby like Chris, right? Are you good at caregiving like Connie? Are you a performance person and a leadership person like my client Brian Black? Are you a network marketer like Patrick Moore? What are you good at? Everyone starts at the same place. So you need to ask yourself, do you have results? Yes. Can you truly help someone? Yes. If you have something that someone else wants and you can effectively communicate how to help somebody else have the same levels of success, have the same results while navigating them away from the pitfalls, the pains, the problems, or at least being able to pull them up out of the pit when they fall. If you can do those things, credibility and you're new and your experience doesn't matter. What matters is the results and that you can help somebody do that as well. So guys, here's what you learned tonight or this afternoon is the #1 fastest way to create high ticket sales, how to get your first coaching client, how to use webinars to gain multiple coaching clients, how to know if coaching is even something that is good for you and your business, how to start a coaching business from scratch. I even showed you the PayPal buttons, how to get the application going. You have access to scripts, how to fulfillment, how to avoid some of the traps, set expectations. You got a lot of good stuff. Guys, did you get some value today? Was this helpful? Do you feel like you can start your own coaching business? I just want to open up the floor here to answer any questions that you might have. Go ahead and post them in the chat. I'm happy to stick around for a few more minutes. I know we went over. I appreciate those of you that stayed with us. If you got to run, you got to run. I'm sure the recording of this will be in the back office. So any questions, guys? Let me go ahead and do this. You know what, let me stop sharing my screen. That'll probably be better. Okay, some questions. Where's the template for SurveyMonkey? Ryan, I didn't actually provide a template for that. You can copy mine. It's at my website, rongielach.com/apply. You know, you want to make your, though, you can use some of those questions, but don't copy it exactly. You know, plus I might be coaching on different things that you may want to do. So think about what things do you want to know about your client before you agree to hire them, and put those questions on your template. So it's rongielach.com/apply. All right, Chris, keep me posted on your webinar. I think rugby stuff would be cool. Carla's doing this. Awesome value. Thank you. Ron, can you please cover again how you added your blog address to the survey page? I don't know if I put my blog website on the survey page, but I'll show you what I think you mean. Let me share my screen with you again. Okay, so in your SurveyMonkey app, you're going to go over here to My Surveys and our coaching example here. You have a link right here when you go to Collect Responses. Right? You can, right here at the bottom, you'll have a web link. So you can click that and it'll automatically pop up a link that you can share, right? So that's kind of like what I do. I hope that answers your question here. If you want to embed it on your blog or like a survey, put it on your blog, this is how you embed it right here where it says website. It says embed your survey on your website. So you just click that and it spits out like a little code. Like, I don't know code stuff, so I would just copy paste this, right? So embed survey, that thing. Geez, I don't even know what this says. Options, okay, install. So you could just go through this if you like. If you really want to embed it on your thing, you can do that. But I don't embed it on my blog. I just send people to the link. You know, I think that's a lot easier, right? Just go here. Where is it? Yeah, here's the web link. Just copy that and send people to that instead of having it be on your blog. If it's on your blog too, there's more things for people to click on and click away from your application. If you just send people directly to an application page, that's the only thing that they're seeing, as opposed to all the like cool graphics and other shiny things you may have on your site. So hopefully that answers your question. Great content. And Lisa's just getting started in health and wellness coaching, so the timing is perfect. Cool. Erica, can you give me some more examples of open loop? Yep, Erica, that's like a cliffhanger at the end of a TV show, right? So saying things like, you know, I did this one specific thing. I did this one specific thing in my marketing and it totally changed my lead flow forever. But more on that in a moment. Let's talk about Facebook right now, right? So I give you a little hint, like, you know, I did this one trick where it actually doubled my income by just doing these few things on YouTube, right? So, but more on that in a second. Let's go on to finish our coaching webinar here, right? So I opened this question in your mind. Wait, what was the one thing he did to increase his income on YouTube? I want to know that. So now your mind is open and you're thinking about that, but I'm just going on and continuing on the presentation. And what that does is it helps you stay engaged with what I'm talking about, because you're looking to close the loop in your mind. You're looking for when I'm going to answer the rest of that statement. Hopefully that helps. Okay, Emma, one of my 90-day goals, which started on December 1st, was to start monetizing the free coaching I offer. This couldn't have come at a better time. Blown away with your content and so grateful to have you been a guest today. More and more grateful every day for the people I'm meeting on the journey, and I'm on, as cheesy as it sounds, I finally feel like I'm home. Oh, Emma, you're so sweet. That's really nice. Awesome. This question is from a friend who had to leave. Is coaching similar to a boot camp, and do you charge for a boot camp? Yeah, it's very similar. Like a boot camp is more like a live workshop. It's the exact same thing. They're just like different names. I can call it a boot camp, a workshop, an intensive. I can make up a name, the super awesome club for blogging. Like, it doesn't matter. They're just all little marketing terms. It's literally pretty much all the same things. So hopefully that answers your question, Marilyn. Carla asks, if you just start coaching, isn't a minimum of 500 a little much? No, I don't think so. Well, my very first client that I took on, I did $250 a month. I mean, it depends on your industry too. Like, I'm doing online marketing and like business development stuff. So that's like a higher skill set, or like there's not a lot of people that are doing that really well. So I can charge more for that, or I have a lot of results that backs up me being able to charge that much. So the more like testimonials, credibility, results, those kind of things that you have, the easier it is to charge more. But it can be related to like the industry too. Like, I know like my nutritionist coach, like my health and wellness lady, she charges me $90 a month. Plus like I buy like another $100 or $200 worth of vitamins from her every month. So that's like, that's a little less. I guess it depends on the industry that you're in and like what's good there. I will tell you something really, really interesting. Is I've adjusted my price like all different ways. I've made it cheaper. I've made it more expensive, and it has not changed the amount of people that close or sign up for coaching like at all. So if I'm going to be coaching anyway, might as well have it at a higher dollar amount and make more money for my time. So hopefully that answers your question. I would encourage you to, start with a high dollar amount and see if you can get it. It's the same exact process, just with like another zero or a higher number at the end. Literally no difference. So Carla, I want to hear what you do. Keep me posted on your results and your success. Anna, what if I'm new? Anna, I would just like watch the recording of this a little bit more. I just tackled that pretty intensely, like if you're new, and what to do about that. So I would just watch the recording over on this, and just keep the concept of invest, learn, teach in mind. Like, if you can teach somebody something that you have learned and people want the same results as you, you can coach and you can train on that topic. Cool. Does anybody else have questions? We might be full unless I'm missing them. Let me see here. Awesome content, awesome content. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. Sick. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much. Again, that resource I gave you for the scripts, that should be up in the next couple of days once I get that template back. I hope you guys got some value. Please go make some noise here in our Facebook group. I would love for this training to be in the back office. So what I want you to do right now is go over here into our Facebook group, the My Lead System Pro group right here. Because this training's for you guys primarily. And let Brian Finale know, let the rest of the members know how much value, how awesome this training was, and who's starting a coaching business. Post in our group, post in the MLSP fan page, right? Let us know what you're up to. If you have more questions, tag me in a post here. I'm happy to answer them. Thank you guys so much for being with us tonight.